Welcome to Do the Talk podcast. This is your real estate podcast, and here we teach regular people just like you how to invest in real estate. My name is Ibrahim Ojerinde, and my partner here is Ahmed Lawal. We always commit to make sure real estate investment is seamless as much as possible. We come here, every Wednesday to explain to you guys how to invest in real estate, what are the benefit, the potential benefit, and all the goodies that comes with real estate investment. Today we have a great topic, but first I want to say hello to my partner and see how he's doing because I'm very sure that he's excited as well. How are you doing today, Ahmed?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for
Awesome.
asking. This is one thing that I cannot trade for anything because, when we come out every week like this and we do the educational talk that we do,
Yes.
not only that we are saying it, we've actually seen the impact. A lot of people have approached me
100%.
and said, okay, we actually learn from what you guys are doing. And that keep us going, right? So guys, this is one thing that we've always asked from you. And please share the video with your friend, comment and subscribe to our channel because that is how we reach more people. And the more people we reach, the more people we can help. So today, we are going to be talking about where can you put your money in instead of putting it in the bank. So these are things that I don't know years back. I believe having a lot of money in the bank sitting there is doing me good. That means I'm responsible with my money. I'm saving up. No. How can you maximize the potential of that money? Because there's limits to what we can do. There's 24 hours in a day. You have to send your money on an errand that will bring you more money. So Ibrahim, this is 2024. It's almost over because we are on the last quarter of it. Oh, but the sun in the sky is still enough to dry clothes. So how can people invest their money instead of putting it in the bank so that the money can even grow and build more wealth for them?
Yes. Thank you for that question. It is very important that we go over this topic and really give good and clear details on how you can do this. There are a lot of investment out there, but I will go straight into the one that I understand and I have faith in. Because it's one thing to tell you, oh, go do this, go do that, but behind the scene, you don't see me do it. We don't do that here. I do the talk. We put our money where our mouth is. So what am I saying? I'm gonna recommend what I'm doing that is working for me and working for my partner as well. So here, are you ready to listen? I want you to invest your money in. Okay, real estate is broad. Okay, what am I talking about? Give me 1 minute. Invest in real estate. First of all, keep that in mind. You want to invest in real estate. That money sitting in the bank has no benefit, but just helping the bankers or the companies or whatever company you are saving your money with, or a financial institution, or you know, stock company, whatever. But if you use that money and go out there and look for a asset producing, income producing asset, I should say, income producing asset, getting cash flow from that property. And the fact that you are here at Do the Talk, it means you are doing your assignment gradually. I'm not sure what stage you are, but if you pay attention to all our episode, you will learn where and how to get into real estate where you're going to buy a property that is producing cash flow. Also, you're going to get equity because we have dealt with a topic that kind of outline what are the kind of property you need for cash flow and equity. Okay. So the goal here is to go for cash flow and equity. If anything, go for cash flow. Do not depend on equity, especially if you are a newbie. Don't just buy a home that has no cash flow because you are hoping that you get equity in the future.
Yeah.
That's not the point today. At least you have to go for cash flow. Okay. What is the best? What am I doing? I'm going for property that has equity and cash flow. How can you get into it? Yes, reach out to people that are doing it. Go online, make a research, try to find out which area that is still profiting, where people invest and the rent rate is high, and you can get a lot of return. Plus, the neighborhood is fine. The economy in that locality is okay. You're seeing a lot of people try to go in that locality, not going out. When people are moving out of the area you want to invest in, Ahmed,
You're on.
tell them to run. Thank you for that. You
You're
gotta
on.
run. You have to go to where people are going to move into. That's where you want to invest in this 2024. Okay. What would happen if the interest rate comes down? It's gonna work in your advantage, because the housing price will go up. A lot of people will jump into the market. Okay. Your tenant probably may want to buy a home too, but that's okay, because you're still gonna find another tenant that will come and get your home, because the more the price go up, a lot of people will try to jump in the market, will create some kind of bidding war, and at that point, some people will just have to step back and rent home. So don't even worry about, oh, are you gonna lose tenant when the interest rate comes down? No, you're not gonna lose tenant. You're probably gonna get the opportunity to get more tenant. Now, best of all, you can refinance the property that you have, that you get now with maybe 8% rate or 8.25. You can refinance it. Then you'll be in a better shape. It means your mortgage will go down. Your rent price will still probably be the same or even higher, because of course we know every year or every two years,
Yes, rent growth.
rent goes up. So you're gonna be in a better shape regardless. Why would I recommend real estate? I'm recommending that for a lot of benefit. I'm just gonna go over a few, and I'm sure Ahmed has other reasons why real estate is the good idea. In fact, I don't want to say the best in the world, because that might be a little bit like I'm
Well,
pumping it,
For me,
It's like I'm pumping it. But on my side, personally, I would go for real estate investment. So let's say you put your money in there, and start a tax advantage. Okay. Every year you are able to legally write off all your expenses. I've never seen any kind of investment that has a huge tax code like real estate. These are legal loopholes that you can use to offset your taxes. Of course, we all know we have expenses, we have to do this, do that. Real estate gives you that room to do that. Okay. Let's keep away the tax. I mean, let's put that aside. The next one, your house gonna appreciate. And don't forget, the tenant is paying down your debt. So you are making money, somebody's paying down your debt. At the end of the year, you benefit from the taxes. Your tenant won't even benefit from the taxes. And I'm sorry to those people that are there still renting. We know the struggle is real, and you're gonna become a homeowner as well. But in this episode, we are talking about people that want to invest in real estate. So no offense to tenant, however, they won't benefit from the tax advantage. So you as a homeowner, you actually make an impact, in their lives. Anyway, so make sure you invest in real estate, because real estate, and that's what I would do, it will put your money in a savings. It's like put your money in a saving that is growing, and you get a cash flow every month in stock or bond or mutual fund, whatever they call it, dividend. You're getting dividend from that same property. And best of all, you see your property every day. You are able to control how you can use your property. So, I mean, the rent and all that. That's what I would do personally, because I believe in real estate. Generally, if I have any money right now, I'm going for real estate. I'm going to buy more real estate, just because the benefit outweighs the risk.
yeah.
Are we aware of tenant not paying, or rare occasion where there's a damage in your house? Yeah, definitely. It's all in all business. If you do, like, the stock can go up and down any day, and
And you have no control over it.
you have no control over it. But your property, at least you can, tell the tenant to vacate. If he or she doesn't, you can go to court and try to get him out. I'm not saying it's easy to do that, but what I'm saying is at least you still have some pathway to get yourself out of the trouble. If you talk to the right people and connect with right legal experts, they're gonna tell you what to do. So if I have money right now, 70,000, 50, 40,000, I will seek people that are doing real estate. And I mentioned real estate is still, I didn't tell you all the kind of, because real estate is very huge. There are different investment you can do in between that big umbrella, which is called real estate investment. Okay. There is short-term leasing, middle-term, there is long-term, there is just on that middle-term also, there is temporary housing, there is just
Travel professionals.
yeah, professionals, travel professional that just need something for immediate, and they're not gonna stay there forever, something like that. So there are all these angles. You can dive into the one that works for you and leverage on it, and cash flow and equity. So Ahmed, I talked about the tax. I talked about the house. You can see your house and everything. I'm very sure there are a lot of benefit in investing in real estate.
Yeah.
Not to talk about the fact that your money is like in a savings that is actually providing you some cash flow every month. You this you have equity, and you have that means to get that equity when you are ready to do that or to leverage on that. Besides all that, there are still other benefits that I would like you to dive into so that our audience can see that real estate is real.
So thank you, Ibrahim. If I have money tomorrow as well, or today, going into real estate, sorry guys, that is what I'm going to do. So Ibrahim and I share that view, and real estate is just no-brainer. Once you see it, you can't unsee real estate, because it is so powerful, and it has created lot and lot of millionaires than any other investment vehicle. Quotes anywhere. That real estate has created a lot and lot of millionaires than any other investment vehicle. So if you want to get into that circle of millionaires, now you know what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but now you see where other people are making that happen. So why not just join them? Why are you trying to reinvent the wheel? However, just to approach today's topic, we've talked about, how cash flow stability comes from real estate, how this investment is inflation edge, how there's tax benefits. Ibrahim just explained that to us, and how you can leverage it. Real estate is the only investment vehicle, by the way, that you can get into with little money and be able to purchase a very expensive asset. You cannot go into stock investments by bringing 5,000 in and they are going to give you stock that's worth 100,000. Nobody does that. They are not going to do that for you. But in real estate, with as little as 3% down, if you qualify, you can get into a house of 300,000, 400,000. As little as 3% down. And that is a fact. It is doable by anyone. You can do it. It's not as if this is for some certain group of people. Anybody can do it. Just my point in here is real estate is what I'm going to put my money into. It's as simple as that. Now, why will I do that? So, number one reason is because this investment is something I can control. I can control stock. I can control if mutual bonds go up and down. I can control all these other investment vehicles. But in real estate, as an expert in real estate, I am a property manager. So I manage property. I see where people are making money and how I can do the same as well. So I can actually tweak things around, put it up, down, and where it's comfortable for me to make most on the cash I'm putting in. So that control for me is just no-brainer. And I believe Ibrahim and I share this, because one thing to invest and your money is somewhere that you don't know. It's another thing to invest in something, a tangible asset that you can see, you can control, You decide who live in, who doesn't. You decide pretty much everything. So that control is one reason why I will put my money in real estate. Another one is uh, I can force my appreciation in real estate deals. How can I do this? So this is where I always say wholesalers are community builders. Who are wholesalers? Wholesalers are people that go around and find real estate deals to sell to people that need to invest, that want to invest in real estate. Okay. When they find that deal, they usually come at a discount. So if the house normally will sell for 200,000, they can sell it to you for 120, 100, or even 150. You're going to get some sort of discount on it. And when that happens, now I can come into the house having equity already. Force that equity, or I can buy a rundown house at 50,000 that if I finish renovating that house, the house is going to worth 350. Put 200 into the house. Now I'm all in 250. Now I have 150,000 equity in it. That is what forced or sweat equity means. So it is only in real estate you can do that. You can force equity and you can actually get into all these discounted deals. So that for me is just no-brainer. I will do that. That is the second. Okay, let's move on. The third one is, let's say you have stock, you have mutual bond, you have 401k. We've always hear about diversification.
Yes.
And these are all investment vehicle that you don't control. How about you get something that you can control as well? I used to have stock. I sold them because I want to invest in real estate. But I still have 401k, right? That 401k, I can leverage it and use it to get into real estate, or just leave that one there and just find another money to get into real estate. So getting something that is tangible that you can control and something that the market runs for you. That is what real estate can give you as an alternative to all your stocks, mutual bond, 401k, and all these other investment vehicles. Now, are you like me that always get emotionally attached to what I own? For example, you have something to show for your money. And when you drive by your property, Ibrahim always say, you are proud that I own that house. I'm able to help the family that live in that house. Things like that. Really, that is what something I later find out with property management, Ibrahim. Like the ability to help other people, the ability to be able to work with other families, the ability to be able to get them into a house and off the street. That for me is it's worth more than the money I am making in property management. So if you are emotionally attached with your investment too, then you need to think about getting into real estate, because you will be able to help others. You will be able to build your community and you will be able to see what you are investing on. Another one is community impact. I mentioned earlier wholesaler, where you can buy a Ronda house and renovate it, now revamp that, the whole glory of that house. Now, if you do that for this building, Ibrahim do it for the next building, I do it for the other building, before you know it, that whole community will be revamped. So it brings joy when you see the ability that your money is doing for you. But if that money is sitting somewhere in the bank, like Ibrahim said, it's of no value. Plus, inflation is edging, is higher than the return you are getting by putting that money in bank. So the right thing to do is just real estate. For me, it's just the right thing to do. So Ibrahim, a lot of people make a decision based on, oh, how is this helping other people? So I just talk about a few things that, they can think about the way they are helping other people. But holistically, they are still going to be making money.
Definitely.
So it is just no brainer. I just want you to come in and,
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
imagine helping people and making money. It
Yeah.
is just no brainer. I don't see why people don't do it.
Yeah, it's very important that we stress on it a little bit more. It's like you see a family that's in need of food, and you are a chef, but all you have to do is to buy ingredient and cook. You are a chef and you have money, so all you have to do is buy ingredient and cook. And when you cook, you take it to those family, and they say, "Oh, thank you, but take this money as well."
Yep.
Okay, they are hungry, they have money, however, they don't know how to cook. They might not have a huge amount of money because they cannot afford to buy that bunch of food, all the ingredient, all the stove, the gas,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But at least they have money to buy a plate of
Yeah.
food from you.
Yeah.
So first of all, you solved the hunger problem. You solve the hunger problem by providing them food. At the same time, because they have money, they appreciate what you have done to them. They give you money back.
That's a very good analogy right there.
So technically, you are helping them. However, you're getting rewarded.
Yes.
It's no brainer.
Yes. Yes.
There's one more thing I want to talk about before we wrap up. So a lot of people tell you, Ahmed, well, I have little kids. My kids probably in the next 5 years or 10 years they're going to college. So I'm putting this money in a child tuition fund, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, and I'm gonna repeat it. I'll use that money and buy property. Why? The same strategy that those financial gurus or those people, those insurance people that come to you and persuade you or trying to convince you to do, you're gonna get more return with real estate.
Yeah.
Okay, you buy a good property where the house will appreciate, you're getting cash flow, maybe about $300 a month, or 400 or 500, depending on what strategy you're going for. In fact, you can get $2,000 a month if
Yeah.
you go another strategy. Because we've explained to you a couple of episodes, there are different strategies in real estate.
Yes.
It's possible to get even $2,500 a month. Okay, so let's say you want to go with the average. You don't want to stress yourself. You just want to go the normal lease route. You might be getting like $300 to $500. Okay, that property is there. You're renting it out. Okay, the house is appreciating every year. When that time comes that your kid or your daughter or your son or if they are going to college, you can literally refinance that house or do like ELOC or do whatever ways you want to do where you want to pull the money out depending on what works for you.
Yeah.
Use that money and buy another property where the child is going to. Okay, when you buy that property, the child will take a room. The rest of his friends or our friends may take some rooms or classmates, whatever. He or she is getting rent from those people. So if you are counting with me, now you have two properties.
Yeah.
Okay? She's getting rent from those roommates, and those money from the roommate, trust me, that will buy more than textbooks for the kid. If in fact it's gonna pay for some of the tuition.
Yeah.
Okay? But don't forget, you have another one. It's not just that one. You have another one that you bought some years ago, maybe 5 years, 7 years, depending on when you bought it. That one is cash flowing as well. In fact, you might have more cash flow on that one because you bought it 5 or 7 years ago. So the rent would have gone up compared to the new one that you bought in the school that your son or your daughter is going to. So technically, you're getting cash flow on two sides. You have a lot of equity on this side. The new one is still there. So before you know it, that money, you'll be able to pay that debt. Or better yet, let's say you don't want to stress yourself, whatever. You can sell this one and buy a home where your child is going to for college. That child will make money from there just because people are gonna pay rent. A child doesn't have to stay in 3 or 4 rooms. He can just stay or she can stay in one room and rent it out to reliable and good people in their school. They are all students, so definitely she or he will know the right people to get into the house.
Yeah.
So what am I saying here? You are able to use real estate to solve the problem of the tuition and everything. Still, you have a tangible asset. You have 2 houses if you do it right. And the problem of money is solved.
Yeah.
when the child get out of the school, you still have those property. You can sell them. You can leave them like that. You can use them and leverage on it, buy another one again. So trust me, that solves the problem. You don't have to keep your 30 grand, 40 grand, or 70 grand into a fund because you want your kid to go to school or whatever. You can use to buy real estate, and that will serve the purpose when you're ready to use it for the tuition. Okay? You just have to understand it. Real estate is very powerful. Do not wait to buy real estate. You buy real estate first, then you wait. Before we wrap up, it looks like we are running out of time, Ahmed. So, what are you gonna tell our audience before? Because I'm sure they would like to know how they can reach out to you. But what would you like to tell them? Wrapping up.
So if you want to reach out to me, or you need a management company, then please go to acopm.com, acopm.com, and there's phone number, email to reach out directly to our team, and we can get you on board. And if you need any real estate advice, you can always reach out to me. If I don't have what you need, I can get you in contact with Ibrahim or some other people that can actually solve that problem for you. So Ibrahim, if people want to reach out to you, how can they do it?
Yeah, just go to ibrealtors.us. ibrealtors.us. It goes straight to our website. Chat me up, message, or search for your home there. It is a very comprehensive website. You are able to look for homes all over in Indiana, and you can reach me from that website. So if you want to go social media, it might be Realtors on Instagram, TikTok. I'm there. Anything concerning real estate, give me a call, and we'll go from there. Okay? I'll be expecting your call, guys.
All right. See you next week. Bye.